is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Welcome, everybody. We are back. High school football is live on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Tonight, it's a rematch of the 5A state semifinal from a season ago. The Carl Albert Titans and the Newcastle Racers on a beautiful, warm, toasty Friday night at Gary Rose Stadium on the campus of Carl Albert High School in Midwest City, Oklahoma. Josh Calloway on hand, joined alongside my partner, Billy Collier, back for our 7th year together, if you can believe it. Wow, what a feeling. We're back. Here we go. Brand new season.
I can't act like I'm new anymore, can I? Mm-hmm. So, yes.
It's a good feeling.
Oh, and it looks great out here. You know, it's been steamy, and come out here, everything looks beautiful. Everything looks great.
Yeah.
It just, everybody has the look of football. You have the sound of football, but when you get out here, there's even the smell of football.
Yeah, the grill's going.
Yes.
They know how to do it out here at Carl Albert,
too.
Yeah.
I'm excited about tonight.
No, it's a great feeling to be back. Brand new season. You do the scrimmages. We had our season preview, and there was 4 games on the network last night. And I was checking in. It was like, I kind of wish we were playing tonight. Like, I kind of got the itch. But, no, I'm excited to be here, Billy. It should be a fun year, and what a way to start with these two teams that obviously played in the 5A state semifinals last year, 2 teams that should be right in the mix again. Obviously, that's an obvious statement for Carl Albert, a team that's won 9 of the last 10 5A championships, and we'll talk more about them and this matchup, obviously, throughout the pregame show here. But just a really good feeling to be back and starting a brand new season. And we have Uriah Martinez back helping us out, working camera. Blake Unruh from the Del City crew has come along to help us here for tonight's broadcast. And, of course, the great Gene Reed is back with us on the Coaches Show. Keith Cleghorn back with us for the Coaches Show. They did a great job last night. It's we got kind of the band back together. We're excited. It's going to be a fun season.
Oh, and it's always enjoyable. I mean, we've had just a blast the last 7 years. I have.
Yeah.
You may be going, what's
it
this
always
old
flies
man
by.
doing?
Yeah,
oh,
too.
It does.
Oh, yeah. It'll be November before you know it. Yeah.
I know. It's funny. It starts, you're like, wow, it's going to be the whole season. And then all of a sudden you're like, we're halfway through.
I know.
How did that happen?
It moves.
No, I'm excited also. Bo Bradshaw, this is his alma mater. He also coached here.
Yeah.
So I know there's a little bit of extra fun. He is in getting this together and playing this game and talking with the coaches and stuff. He is excited to be here and say hi to everybody and get his team out here and see what they can do.
No, 100%. Like you said, new era for Racer football. The entire 6 years that you and I did this, it was Jeff Brickman. That's what we know.
Right.
And obviously, Coach Brickman is still around. The athletic director, obviously, at Newcastle now. And great that he can still be around. And obviously, because we have grown fond of Coach Brickman. Obviously, he's a great football coach, but obviously a great human, and it's been great to get to know him more. But we're excited for a new era. Coach Bo Bradshaw takes over. Like you said, he's been around. He's not new. He's been the defensive coordinator the last few seasons. He takes over as head coach. I was very excited the first coaches show to hear from Gene and Keith, but I was excited to hear from Coach Bradshaw because, I've talked to him in passing, met him real, briefly here and there, hello, sort of a thing, but it's a new era, obviously, for Coach Bradshaw taking it, and it's exciting, obviously, because there was a lot of people that wanted to be the head coach at Newcastle, right? It's a big program. It's growing, and it's rising. It's continuing to move up and get bigger and bigger, and the fact that he ended up being the guy, I think, says a lot about what Coach Brickman thinks of him and obviously this program. So I'm very excited to see the Coach Bradshaw era obviously kick off here tonight and all season long.
I am, too. They go way back. I don't know if you knew this. Bradshaw was on the team at OBU when Brickman was there. And so
That's
they
great.
got to
Yeah,
know
I
each
love
other
that.
there real well. And you're right. I think any of those coaches could have been that applied for the head job could have been the head coach. For him to go with Bradshaw, he brings a little bit of youth. Where we saw a lot, we even joked about it, halfway through the first quarter, you have Brickman calling a timeout because he sees something. He was much more the quiet chess player. He was the one that just kind of strategized. I think with Bradshaw, he does a little bit of that as well. Him and JT Ketch is still here and doing good.
Yeah.
But I think you're going to see a little bit more fire and emotion coming out of Bradshaw, especially defensive coordinator, And,
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to see how that changes a little bit of the tempo and stuff with the team and the program as well.
No, you said it. And, it is important to note that Coach Ketch is still back, right, at offensive coordinator, because obviously Coach Brickman, we've talked about it for years doing these games, so innovative offensively. The play designs and the offense has been so much fun to watch the last handful of years. But under Coach Bradshaw, the defense has really gotten better and better and better. And now you have a defensive mind leading the whole team. Right. But it's still Coach Ketch on offense. You're not going to lose that offensively. But it may be a little different just kind of overall, I don't know, mindset. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like the tone of the team, if you will. So it's cool. It's exciting. It's a new era. And we're really looking forward to getting this thing going. And what a way to start for Coach Bradshaw coming out here to Carl Albert. A heck of a way to start your season to come out here and play. The good news is this is as tough as it's going to get. This is Carl Albert, and obviously we'll dive more into them and what makes them so good, but everyone knows it. I mean, you've won 4 straight, 9 of the last 10, which is just boggles the mind to win 9 out of 10 state championships, especially at a higher class in 5A, one of the bigger ones. So it's going to be fun, and we're very, very excited to dive into this team and this season all year long. So we're fired up. We're ready to go, and it's going to be a fun game here tonight. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Bill and I will dive into the starting lineups because we have a bunch of new players we need to talk about.
Yes.
It's a new era in that way, too. We have a new quarterback we're going to be breaking in here tonight. Got some new receivers, some new defensive players. So we'll touch on some of the names to watch and some of the new players we're excited to get eyes on for the very first time when we come back on the Newcastle Racers pregame show on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
Every goal begins with one decision. Welcome to Copeland's Performance Fitness Center. Basketball, pickleball, golf, batting cages, sports performance, all under one roof. Built for athletes, families, and everyone in between. Train hard, recover smarter. Copeland's, more than a gym, a destination.
What you looking at?
Nothing.
They're searching for answers. It's time you start the conversation.
Can I talk to you about some stuff?
Find tips for talking with your kids about vaping at talkabouttobacco.com.
Like there was a time when you'd have to put a hole there and 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 there. But this is just the same basic hole, and then you pick the direction you want to go.
Just having a 3-mile lateral, I think you're eliminating something like 60 wells that you'd have to put in.
That's a great leap forward.
You're able to tap the reservoir, and you have less of a footprint.
It never fails to blow me away.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
Hey, you left your backpack downstairs.
Oh, thanks. Kids these days, I've been taking away vapes to help friends quit.
Nice try, kiddo. We're gonna have to talk about this.
There's no such thing as a perfect moment, so don't wait for one.
Can we talk?
Sure. Start the conversation at talkabouttobacco.com.
You can look up at our screen right here. That's our lifeblood. That's how we know what's going on at 14,700 foot.
Because you're completely blind otherwise.
That's correct.
People don't really understand the level of tech that's going on.
Yes, sir. Well, this whole thing is extremely high tech. I mean, just the ability to be able to drill down 13,000 feet and then put 90-degree turn in the well and then drill out another 3 miles.
It doesn't matter how casually you say it. It's a freaking miracle, man.
Yes, sir.
Take your drive and passion to the next level at SWOSU. More than 100 fields of study, including career-ready options in pharmacy, nursing, education, and hands-on with engineering technology, scholarships, tutoring, and advising, along with professors who know your name. At SWOSU, we have your back. Scan the QR code or visit swosu.edu. Find your program. Find your people. Go Dogs!
All right, back here at Gary Rose Stadium. Josh Calloway, Billy Collier on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Getting ready for this one, the Newcastle Racers and the Carl Albert Titans, the 2026 season opener on OSN.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Every goal begins with one decision. Welcome to Copeland's Performance Fitness Center. Basketball, pickleball, golf, batting cages, sports performance, all under one roof. Built for athletes, families, and everyone in between. Train hard, recover smarter. Copeland's, more than a gym, a destination.
You can look up at our screen right here. That's our lifeblood. That's how we know what's going on at 14,700 foot.
Because you're completely blind otherwise.
That's correct.
People don't really understand the level of tech that's going on.
Yes, sir. This whole thing is extremely high tech. I mean, just the ability to be able to drill down 13,000 feet and then put 90-degree turn in the well and then drill out another 3 miles.
It doesn't matter how casually you say it. It's a freaking miracle, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, back here at Gary Rose Stadium. Josh Calley, Billy Collier. We apologize for technical difficulties. Had some internet kind of in and out. We think we're good to go now, though. We made it before kick. Somehow, I think, Billy, we never actually dropped the stream, but we were a little wobbly, so we wanted to make sure we were set before we got to the game. So I think we're good now. Newcastle won the toss. They're going to receive to start this game. Before we do that, Billy, let's quickly hit our starting lineups, which are presented by Gregory Sporting Goods. Gregory Sporting Goods providing team uniforms, customized lettering, athletic equipment, and shoes, and so much more. Since 1981, local knowledge, custom sportswear at low prices, 609 Northmore Avenue in Moore. Billy, a lot of new players. We'll talk about them as we go along. Going to be a new quarterback at the helm for Newcastle in number 6. Duke Birchtold coming in from Westmore. He headlines what's a bunch of new players for the Racers, Billy. And it's going to be a fun team to see all these new guys here tonight.
It really is, and that's where, even watching it, you're going to be learning just as I am learning about some of these players. You'll have some of the names that you've heard before. You'll have Preston Scagnetti. You have the Schumar twins, Ashton and Alec. You'll also have Ben Rogers, a dynamic running back, but you're going to have some new people. Like you mentioned, you have number 6, the quarterback, Duke Birchtold, which I think is an awesome football name.
It is pretty good.
He's coming in there. There also is some receivers in Jay and McGlugrich. They're going to be in there and playing as well, transferred in. And so that's going to be good. And I'm looking forward to seeing this new role that Harmon Warmoth is going to be playing as well. They have him listed as athlete, which means they may put him around some other places. So you may see him roving around. I think you'll also see McGlugrich rolling around.
Will be fun to get a look at these new guys. And so, like we said, Racers won the toss. They're going to start the game with the football. Our opening kickoff presented by First United Bank. First United Bank, over 80 locations across Oklahoma and Texas. A family bank in every sense of the word. Family owned and operated, built on family values and treating you like family. Spend life wisely. Member FDIC. And we'll hit our keys to the game in just a moment. At the next break, we'll get those. We're kind of in a little bit of catch-up mode here, but we're going to start playing some football. Carl Albert, obviously the home team here at Gary Rose Stadium in the all-red unis. Newcastle, the road whites with the blue lids. We're excited to be with you for another season of Racer football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Opening kick is away, and it's blown dead. Hot start, Billy. We have a yellow hanky right out of the gates, which you got to love.
Oh, yes. First kick jitters.
They're just antsy. They're just antsy. Big crowd here in Gary Rose Stadium as expected. A lot of Titan fans out here. A lot of Newcastle fans made the trip as they always do. Racer fans travel really well.
Yes, you look at them over there across the way, waiting for the sun to go down, which doesn't look like they have too much longer. I tell you what, I'm excited. You got McGlugrich out there, number 3 on the far side of the field, so we may see him early on. And you got Ben Rogers down here at the bottom. So it looks like Stephen Welch is going to try and kick it off again from the 35, not the 40. We'll see what happens here. We know what Ben Rogers brings. We'll see what McGlugrich brings.
All right, let's try this again. Kick is away, and the Racers will return to start. Like you said, Montre McGlugrich, the Class and SAS transfer to start, takes it out to about the 30. One of the many very exciting new players on this Racer team. And we're excited and ready to go here in the 2026 season opener on the Oklahoma Sports Network. So here comes our first look at Duke Birchtold, the junior quarterback. Keep that in mind, not a senior, so he does have 2 years left, potentially as the guy here. And he'll go under, line up this offense for the first possession of the season. Like you said, Ben Rogers, the starting running back, who did some awesome things last year, along with T.J. Bradford, who obviously has since moved on. Three receiver set. First play of the season for Newcastle on their own 30-yard line. Birchtold, handoff, and Rogers gets blown up in the backfield. A couple of Titans crashing down on him, including Joe Thomas, the senior defensive lineman, making the play. So it's a negative play on the first play of the game. Loss of 2 yards. Obviously, Billy, we'll do our keys to the game at the next stoppage, but you've got the Titans, 4 straight championships, 9 out of 10. Got to find a way to just hang in there, right? I mean, they're gonna have success. Carl Albert's really good you got to find a way to hang in there. Can't get yourself in too much of a hole in a game like this.
Well, they're just going to have to sustain those blocks up front. They got back there too fast.
Berchtold will roll out to his right, fires far side. He's got a man. It's caught. That's a first down across the 40-yard line. That's Mr. Schumard, Alec Schumard, got to specify. And that's a first down for Newcastle and a nice first throw for Duke Berchtold.
That was a good call by Ketch right there. Get the quarterback out of the middle there, make them have to chase him. Line did a better job of kind of keeping him in the clear, and Schumard got open, ran as fast as he could, then stopped and came back.
Looking for Schumard. He's got it inside the 10. First and goal, Newcastle at the 5.
Great throw. Dropped it right into the basket right there. Great reach by Schumard. Reaches out, sure-handed. Brings it down at about the 5-yard line. That lightens up and gets them loud across the way.
Nice
Just a
look
great
at that.
pass.
Eric Ledoux State Farm instant replay. First one of the year. Shout out Eric Ledoux State Farm, 405-392-3992. And Newcastle's knocking on the door here. First down and goal. What a start for Duke Berchtold. That was a pretty ball down inside the 5. First and goal at the 4. Berchtold handoff. Rogers up the middle. And he runs into a wall of red jerseys as he's bottled up. And it'll be second and goal inside the 5.
Looks like he picked up about a half a yard, but you're right. There's a lot of banging and hitting and slobber knocking right there on the line.
Thank our first quarter sponsor, getting this thing started, HMS Heating and Air. Hey, don't stress. Call HMS, 40-plus years experience company. Focus on HVAC and plumbing needs in Newcastle and the surrounding area. Roger, Karen, and Chris take care of your plumbing needs and air needs. HMScomfort.com or call them at 45392-5413. Second and goal. Berchtold hands it off, bouncing to the right side, and wrangled from behind is Ashton Schumard. Thought for just a second there, Billy, that he had a seam to walk into the end zone, but was wrangled from behind.
Tell you what, he had red in front of him, but that guy got him from behind. I didn't see the number. Looked like it was a defensive end that came all the way from the other side. So now you're looking at third and goal from the 4.
So they'll try it again, third down and goal. I wonder if they're playing for 2 plays here or if they would kick a field goal. We'll find out, obviously, if it comes to it. Fire in the far side, looking for a jump ball to McGlugrich. And he's not going to get it, but a flag comes in. And you would assume this would be on the Titans as McGlugrich was just going through a jump ball there. And the Titan defender, I can't quite make out that number from here. I think it's number 3, Corian Love, I believe. Senior defensive back was just all over him.
Oh, yeah. He was graffitiing his jersey as the pass was in the air.
And so it's now first down and goal at the 2. I never actually saw a signal. Maybe I just missed it. First and goal. Handoff. Here's Fake running up the middle, running into a brick wall is Schumard. This is Ashton Schumard, by the way, down here inside the 5. They swapped him out in there. Had to do a double take. Number 2 in there, so a little 2 QB. And we've seen Newcastle do this for a while, right? I mean, it's been a number of years where they'll play 2 quarterbacks a lot. And we're seeing first drive. Obviously, it was Duke Berchtold to get him down here, but Ashton Schumard has been the guy down here inside the 5.
And Ashton Schumard is a much more mobile quarterback.
Yeah, a little more with the legs, yeah. Second and goal, they'll try it again. Schumard going to do a QB keeper bounce to his right, pressure in his face, looking like he might throw. Pump fakes once, pushed out of bounds from behind. Boy, the Titans have just got athletes everywhere. They can cover ground on you quick.
They're so fast, I think Ketch is going to have to reach into his bag and get a few misdirect plays, catch him over pursuing.
Well, there seems to be some miscommunication here on what down it is. Carl Albert celebrated almost like that was a 4th down stop, but Racers' offense is still out there. The board here reads 3rd down. That's what down I thought that was 2nd down, but there seems to be some confusion on what down it is. You see Coach Dunn for Carl Albert. He's out on the hatch just saying, what's going on here?
Well, I think that pass interference, was that a 1st down?
I think that's maybe where we went astray.
Because it seems like they gave him a new set of downs.
Carl Albert's offense is on the field. So Newcastle, that was a stop on 4th down. Racers didn't know that. They just now got their defense out there. So everyone was not really on the same page there. So that's a 4th down stop. And the Titans take over. Odd play there, because you could tell the way that Carl Albert celebrated, they knew it was 4th down, but Newcastle didn't really react as such. It didn't look like. Odd play. So the Titans are on offense now for the first time. Handoff going to the right side, nowhere to go. As a group of racers there in on attack, including one of those newcomers, Ashton Jay, the senior defensive back, who you talked about a little bit pregame. The guy they're very excited about on defense, coming up and making that play right there.
Yes, and it was a good job getting around his receiver. It looked like it was blocked where if he had a hole, he would still be running. So that was a good job getting in there, blocking that up, and then getting some teammates around him.
Gave him 2 yards to the 5, 2nd and 8 at this spot. Carl Albert, by the way, quarterbacked by Anderson Collier. He was their starting QB last year in their championship team. He throws on the middle of the field, not looking! Incomplete. Boy, receiver never saw it. That was Elijah Thomas, who it was intended for, and almost resulted in a pick for Tamir Tees. Ball almost went right to him, Billy. That was almost a beautiful turnover in the red zone, but as it stands, it's going to be incomplete and 3rd down and 8.
I think it was one of those ones that it was so to him, he kind of hesitated, paused, and wondered what was coming at him.
So 3rd and 8 now. Collier will throw it again. Over the middle, pass is caught. And getting across the 1st down marker there for the Titans. Looks like that's number 8, McCory Johnson, another senior on this Titan team. So a big 3rd down there to get out of their own end as we cross the midway point of this opening quarter here in the season opener between the Newcastle Racers and the Carl Albert Titans.
And get ready for us to say that name a lot, McCory Johnson. He's one of their top receivers there. Came open in the middle.
5 wide set for Anderson Collier here. He'll drop it off to D'Elijah Matthews, who did one juke and gets upfield for maybe a yard. D'Elijah Matthews, if you've never had the pleasure, a phenomenal player. He's going to play at UNLV at the next level, was the Gatorade Player of the Year last year in the state of Oklahoma as a junior. He had 2,000-plus yards and 48 touchdowns, which I thought that was a typo when I read that. I had the pleasure of seeing him in the 5A championship game last year where they rolled over Bishop McGinnis, and he was unbelievable in that game. Just a really, really good football player. Not surprised that he's headed to the power or FBS level, I should say.
And remember him from last year, he never really tires out, does he?
No. Under 5 to play in the opening quarter. We have whistles here right on the snap. Looks like Carl Albert going to take a timeout. We'll go ahead and take it to. We'll step aside. No score early on. Season opener, Newcastle, Carl Albert on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Hey, you left your backpack downstairs.
Oh, thanks. Kids these days, I've been taking away vapes to help friends quit.
Nice try, kiddo. We're going to have to talk about this.
There's no such thing as a perfect moment, so don't wait for one.
Can we talk?
Sure. Start the conversation at talkabouttobacco.com.
You can look up at our screen right here. That's our lifeblood. That's how we know what's going on at 14,700 foot.
Because you're completely blind otherwise.
That's correct.
People don't really understand the level of tech that's going on.
Yes, sir. Well, this whole thing is extremely high tech. I mean, just the ability to be able to drill down 13,000 feet and then put 90-degree turn in the well and then drill out another 3 miles.
It doesn't matter how casually you say it. It's a freaking miracle, man.
Yes, sir.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
All right, back here at Gary Rose Stadium, Josh Calloway, Billy Collier. on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Appreciate everyone hanging in. We're working through it. Just bad internet service for some reason out here. We're trying, but we're getting the best we can to get it out there. As we get back to it, play is dropped off and caught by Austin Johnson, and he's immediately wrangled for a loss there. It's going to be a 3rd down and long, Billy, as they lost a few yards on that one on that little bubble screen.
They did. They had that closed up good. They got the defensive end, got around there, and was right in the quarterback's face, so he had to lay it up a little bit higher than he wanted to. Gave the defense time to get to the receiver. I think I'd be watching again for Mr. McCurry Johnson over the middle again.
3rd down and long. They picked up one of these earlier. Collier pass to the far side. Pass is caught. Breaking a tackle and getting a forward 1st down across the 30. Boy, that was almost a stop on 3rd down, but able to break a tackle and keep on moving. Looks like it was Austin Johnson again, number 6, the 6'3" senior wide receiver.
And they're really doing a lot with that 4 and 5 man receiver, 4 and 5 receiver set.
Well, they're making them work for it, Billy, but they keep moving the chains as they got out of their own end after Newcastle drove it down inside the Titan 5 and got a stop on 4th down. At the 30, here's Elijah Matthews, and he slips in the backfield, trying to cut it upfield, and he ends up losing a yard or two. Didn't really look like he had anywhere to go, Billy. Racers' defensive line able to crash down there, and Matthews trying to cut upfield, just lost his footing.
Well, it's kind of like the picture of when they are playing against Ben Powers, that you know they're going to, I think I said that right. You know, Ben Rogers, excuse me. You know they're going to Ben so you can gear up to hit him. They know they're going to go to Matthews so you can gear up to hit him.
3:30 to go in this opening quarter. First drive for the Carl Albert. Racers used about half the first quarter getting down inside the 5. Titans have gone the other way with it here. 2nd down and long. Collier rolls out, pass to the far side. Caught by Johnson on the sideline across midfield and tackled down at the Racer 45. That was a weird-looking play. He was dancing on that sideline. Looked like he almost went out of bounds, which obviously can't go out and come back in, but official right there didn't see him do that and obviously stayed on the green. Now they're talking about it, actually. And you see that official talking to the head official, Billy, doesn't have his hat on, which means usually you throw your hat whenever someone steps out.
Yeah, and that's
so I wonder if that's what they're talking about here, yeah.
Because he went down, did a real good stop, caused the defender to stop. Then he started moving again, but his head was back looking, face looking at the quarterback, and not looking down at the line. But you're right, that line official does not have his hat on.
And so they're going to, I think, wipe this out. I think for exactly what we're saying. I think they're going to say that Johnson stepped out of bounds and came back in, which is an incomplete pass. Exactly, illegal touching. Wow, that's a huge call, Billy. I mean, that was a big chunk play across midfield.
Wow. Yeah, they just lost 30 yards, 25 yards.
Yeah, I mean, they were all the way down to the Racer 45, and that play wiped out. I think you also lose it down, if I'm not mistaken, although the chains right now. Well, it does say 2nd down. The board says 1st down. We don't need that. We already had that once. Confusion on the down. We don't need that again.
Was that Colorado Buffaloes they got extra?
Yeah, the 5th down.
Yeah. Don't need that. Oh, now they're marching it even farther. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Maybe put it in the end zone before it's done.
This is where you really would like if the officials could have a like a speaker.
Right.
Like they do at the next level, kind of explain, because, they lost. They're all the way back to their own 15.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it works out good for Newcastle. 2nd down and 21 now, officially, on their own 15-yard line. Collier going to roll out the pass. Fires. It's caught. And wrangled down for a short gain is Johnson again. That's become kind of the favorite target here. Austin Johnson, I should say. They got 2 with McCory Johnson. Short pickup. You give that up if you're Newcastle. He's only at the 23, and they have to get to the 41. So still a long way to go here for this 3rd down.
Wow. Well, and Johnson just looks good. He's a tall kid, can get up there, get up above some of the defenders you see for Newcastle.
Yeah, both Austin and McCory Johnson both listed at 6'3". So some nice, big, tall targets for Anderson Collier to work with.
And now you got them both up at the top.
Big chance for Newcastle to get off the field. 3rd down and 18. Collier will throw over the middle. It's off the fingertips of Matthews. And some great defense by one of our favorites, Billy.
Yes,
Preston
it
Scagnetti in the back of Matthews to break that one up.
Man, great job right there. The linebacker covering him. Looks like they are going to come in to kick.
You got to punt, yeah. 4th and 18. So Newcastle obviously takes advantage of the penalty and will back them way up, and they'll be forced to punt this football away.
Trying to see the number who's back for the punt.
Looks like, I believe that's Corian Love, number 3, I believe, who's wide receiver DB, does the punting for the Titans. McGlugrich is back to return. Oh, almost got a piece of that punt. It'll go out of bounds, and Racers have good field position with 2:20 to play in the quarter. Let's stick here through the break and do our keys to the game. We wanted to do this pregame. We didn't get an opportunity, so let's do it now. I want to make sure we get the good people at Focus Federal Credit Union their due. Focus Federal Credit Union, drive your dreams with competitive rates and flexible terms for more than 70 years. Focus Federal Credit Union has delivered innovative products and services to our membership about all things financial by anticipating needs and delivering exceptional member service. Seen with their Tri-City branch, 1097 Northwest 32nd Street in Newcastle. Member FDIC. Billy, key for you as the offense heads out there.
Well, I'll do the key for the offense is they've got to sustain drives.
Which they did, but they didn't finish it. Yeah.
Right. They have to keep that going, have to sustain blocks. They have to play a balanced game. And you see they're coming out with 4 receivers now. And they can't let up. They got to play the whole game.
3 wide set, 1st and 10 on their own 40. Burso will throw. Oh, man, fell down. That was Lugugrich who was there. Looked like he ran a pretty good route, but just slipped and wasn't able to get up in time. A little late pushed and shoving there at the end.
Yeah, there's some emotions already starting up here.
For these two teams, they played in the semifinals last year. Obviously, that's the last time Newcastle played a game, was getting knocked out by the Titans at Norman North High School last November.
And you can't help but wonder about how basketball feels.
That's true. Had an epic basketball championship game. You're right. It's a great call. Where Newcastle was on the other side of it.
About to run out of clock.
Just to get it off. It's a handoff to Ben Rogers, who squeezes forward for 4 to the 44-yard line. Sets up a at least somewhat manageable 3rd down on 3rd and 6 as we close down on the 2-minute mark here to play in the opening quarter.
Like I say, they're doing a good job at just holding on. What's tough about this is the Titans are the king of the hill. They just have to sit and wait for a mistake by Newcastle.
Yeah,
Newcastle's the one that's going to have to force them to get uncomfortable.
3rd down and 6. We'll see if Birchtold can find a way to throw for it here. He'll roll out to his right, trying to get some room. He'll fire to the sideline. Schumar, did he catch that? He did. That's a 1st down across midfield. There is a flag down, though, in the backfield. It does look like Newcastle loves it. Boy, that was I'll tell you what, we've only seen a handful of throws. I'm liking this Mr. Duke Birchtold so far.
Yeah, that's good.
That one might get wiped out, but that was a BB of a throw.
A great catch, holding on to it.
Very nice by Alex Schumar, but will it stand up? That's the question.
I hate where the flag is at. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
Looks like the Titans are happy with it.
So already, I mean, and that's the case in football in general, but especially these early season games, how often do we see that the flags and the mistakes, the penalties can be huge and can really, and we saw, obviously, Carl Albert had a good drive that got nuked from a penalty, and more than likely the same thing happened in Newcastle here now, because now you're looking at a 3rd down and a lot. 20 it's going to be.
Yeah, watch number 14 down here at the bottom of your screen. They say he is super fast. Manuel is his last
Jarrell
name.
Manuel, junior wide receiver. Birchtold will try and throw for it. Steps up in the pocket. He's hit from behind. Ball is loose. They're actually going to say that was an incomplete pass. Racers did get on it and recover it, but it was incomplete anyway. That's the one thing you can't have is something like that, a turnover down in your own end. But they're going to call it an incomplete pass, and so it'll be 4th down and 20, and the Racers will, of course, have to punt. Deacon Lyles will do the honors on the punting. Of course, Lyles, a quarterback himself, just a young guy, sophomore, who we did see a little bit in spurts last year certainly a lot of potential as a future quarterback as well. High punt, not super deep. It'll be fielded at the 40 by Elijah Matthews with 1:26 on the first quarter clock. I think we'll stay here, it looks like.
Okay, well, my keys on defense.
Yeah, sure.
If you want to do that,
why not?
Focus Federal. Keys for the defense is they got to play their position. They got to trust each other. They've got to communicate. Scagnetti, McGluggage, Schumard, they've got to communicate loud and fast, because once they hike the ball, these guys are flying.
So Carl Albert starts with good field position on their own 40-yard line. Their second possession. 1:26 on the first quarter clock. Handoff to Elijah Matthews, cuts back to his right. He trucks forward to the 45-yard line, tackled down by Ashton Jay. But a good pickup on first down for the Titans.
That was a good pickup. I think that's one of the better runs I've seen there by Matthews. He had a hole, and fortunately for Newcastle, it filled up pretty fast, but that had some potential to make some distance.
Under a minute to play in the first quarter. Collier, handoff Matthews, breaks one tackle, gets up the right side. Scagnetti battling with him. Jay coming up to help, but Matthews able to twist his way across the 50-yard line for a Titan first down.
Yeah, he looks like he's just getting stronger and stronger as the game goes on. I have to be careful. I have a feeling the officials are going to kind of cut down on some of the after-play talk. You're seeing quite a bit of it.
Sure. So 1st and 10 on the Newcastle 49-yard line. 10 seconds on the play clock, 25 on the first quarter game clock. Fakes the jet sweep, handoff Matthews again. Busy guy on this drive. Look at him breaking tackles. A lot to deal with, and he runs out for a gain of 8 yards to the Racer 41 on what will likely be the final play of the first quarter of the 2026 season opener. And they'll take it to the end of the quarter. Fun, entertaining first quarter. No points yet. Newcastle hanging in there, but Carl Albert is on the move. We'll step aside. 1 quarter in the books. No score. Carl Albert, Newcastle high school football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Hey, you left your backpack downstairs.
Oh, thanks. Kids these days, I've been taking away vapes to help friends quit.
Nice try, kiddo. We're gonna have to talk about this.
There's no such thing as a perfect moment, so don't wait for one.
Can we talk?
Sure. Start the conversation at talkabouttobacco.com.
You can look up at our screen right here. That's our lifeblood. That's how we know what's going on at 14,700 foot.
Because you're completely blind otherwise.
That's correct.
People don't really understand the level of tech that's going on.
Yes, sir. Well, this whole thing is extremely high tech. I mean, just the ability to be able to drill down 13,000 feet and then put 90-degree turn in the well and then drill out another 3 miles.
It doesn't matter how casually you say it. It's a freaking miracle, man.
Yes, sir.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices.
All right, welcome back to Gary Rose Stadium, campus of Carl Albert High School. Josh Calloway, Billy Collier on OSN. Second quarter here from Midwest City. A pass for the Titans out to the far sideline. Jackson Webster makes a catch for a first down. First time saying Webster's name.
Yeah,
Webster, really good player, had 56 catches for 887 yards and 11 touchdowns last year. Really good season. Obviously, as Carl Albert went a perfect 14-0 and won a 5A state championship for the 4th consecutive year and 9th in their last 10 last year. Unbelievable.
It is surprising. Second quarter before we say his name, so that was kind of surprising.
Only the second possession was kind of a quick quarter. overall.
Oh.
1st and 10 on the Newcastle 35. Titans threatening for points. Coach Bo Bradshaw saying he thought he saw movement there. Matthews cuts up, runs into his own man, and then he runs into a wall named Preston Scagnetti. Loss of a yard. Boy, we've been saying, I feel like, Billy, we've been able to say Preston Scagnetti's name for 5 years. The whole time we've been doing it. But he is back for a senior season and making his presence felt in this first half.
He is coming in like a missile and just hitting. And that time he hit Matthews, took him down, and kept hitting him. I mean, he is out there wanting to play an incredible game.
2nd down and 11 after the loss of 1 for Matthews. Collier will throw. Pressure coming. He's going to lob it out there for Matthews. Perfect throw. Matthews in stride has it across the 30. Hurdles a guy inside the 25. Inside the red zone. Knocked out of bounds from behind by McGlugridge.
Yeah, he did a real good job toe tapping down the sideline right there.
Right now, it's get the ball to number 1 is kind of the strategy for the Titans, and it's working well. Elijah Matthews, who's a special football player, is doing a lot right now for the Titans, and they're into the red zone for the first time of the 2026 season, looking for their first points.
I think they're giving him a break over here on the sideline to catch his breath.
1st down and 10 at the 20. Handoff here, the right side, slipping and tackle from behind. I think that was Corian Love, number 3, who we said his name a few times tonight in different capacities. Oh, no, excuse me, that's number 5, Tyler Simmons. Number 5, not 3, 5. Junior running back for Carl Albert. Coach Mike Dunn, this Titans team, 53 wins in a row. That's not a little number.
No, that's not.
They are certainly threatening Bixby's record of 58 in a row, which was set just a couple of years ago before it got snapped. Collier will throw down the middle of the field. Pass caught. Touchdown, Carl Albert. Wow. Wyatt Cordray, a really special young sophomore tight end, pulls that one in, and the Titans have the first points of 2026.
And that was an excellent call right there. He's one of the tallest guys out there on the field, I believe, at 6'4", and just kind of ran down the seam, and really nobody got there in front of him. Yeah, him and number 65 are the tallest guys on the team, and so you just throw it up there, throw it up high by the rim if it was basketball, and let your big man grab it and coast in.
Well, that was a really good throw by Anderson Collier as well. Got it up high, like you said, taking advantage of the height. And then the nice soft hands by Wyatt Cordray, who just a sophomore, but I've heard really good things, Billy. He's going to play at the next level, I'm pretty confident. Extra point is actually no good. It was yanked wide left.
Oh, flag.
By Keon Floranda, the senior kicker. But like you said, there's some whistles here.
I think there's a little extra after play activity here.
All right, looks like it's going to hold